Big new developments in the war in Iran. Iranian officials announcing they're suspending talks with the U.S. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Andrew Ward. The end in those talks to extend an existing ceasefire and open the Strait of Hormuz. Now coming after both sides resumed strikes over the weekend. Iran says they are pulling back due to Israel's attacks in Lebanon. Here's ABC's Karen Travers with the latest.
New uncertainty over negotiations for a peace deal between the U.S. and Iran. Iran's semi-official news agency now reporting that Iranian negotiators have stopped all communications with the U.S., citing the ongoing Israeli strikes into Lebanon. Iranian state media also reporting a renewed commitment to completely block the Strait of Hormuz. Israel's incursion into Lebanon threatening to derail U.S. efforts to reach an agreement with Iran. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today calling for more strikes in southern Beirut, as Israel has pushed further into Lebanon than it has in 26 years, as it fights the Iranian-backed Hezbollah. The Israeli military warned residents of Beirut's southern suburbs to flee their homes amid potential impending strikes.
The big issue here is if Iran wants us included in a ceasefire, then they have to be responsible for Hezbollah. That is their number one proxy.
The U.S. and Iran also exchanging strikes, both countries claiming it's in self-defense. CENTCOM says U.S. forces intercepted 2 Iranian ballistic missiles that were targeting American forces in Kuwait Sunday night. The military says no U.S. personnel were harmed.
They believe Iran's either getting ready to take a strike at them, and they are trying to disrupt it, or they're continuing to mine the Strait of Hormuz.
President Trump last week said a deal with Iran was largely negotiated, but sources tell ABC he has sent Iran changes to a proposed framework. The president saying Iran must agree to never obtain a nuclear weapon, turn over its remaining enriched uranium, and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump claimed overnight that Iran really wants to make a deal. He also pushed back on what he called chirping by Democrats and Republicans pushing him on these negotiations, and insisted a deal will work out well in the end. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Well, gas prices steadily falling across the country, including here in Lincoln. Gas Buddy's latest report out just this morning showing we're now averaging $4.23 a gallon. That's 6 cents cheaper than a week ago. Citizen journalist Brian showing us prices even lower than that. You can see $4.09 a gallon in this video submitted to our Now Local News app. The national average is down 19 cents as well, according to Gas Buddy, while Nebraska's average is 13 cents down. But Wall Street fluctuating this morning. The Dow Jones now sitting at just under 100 points. While oil prices are surging, up 7% as of this morning. We are keeping track of these developments as well on air in our Now Local News app. All right, let's get to weather here this morning. Beautiful blue skies right now, but man, are things steamy outside. We've already got temperatures in the 80s, and it is humid and just gross. Let's get to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. He's got a closer look at our first forecast for us. Good morning, Dominic.
Hey, good morning, Andrew. Our high temperatures here for the first day of June usually sit at 81 degrees, and we're already above that here in Lincoln. Today also marks the start of meteorological summer, and it will be a fitting start for many of us in southeastern Nebraska too. Taking a look here at the capital city on your Berry Law camera, blue skies for the moment, but it's toasty out there. 83 here in Lincoln. It feels like 86. I know we have to start talking about the heat index again. That just a little bit upsetting. Dew points into the upper 60s. And at least the winds are on the lighter side, so we got to take the winds where we can get them here this morning. And low 80s here for much of southeastern Nebraska, close to the lower 80s in Omaha. And then we do taper off with those temperatures as you head out towards the west. Even seeing a few spots there still in the 60s as you get out towards the Panhandle. But it is humid here. With, the dew points here in the low 60s for the Tri-Cities, the upper 60s in the capital city. We'll see if we maybe even get to 70 for that. So going to be a muggy one if you're heading out to lunch today. A few light showers in north central and northwestern Nebraska. Not sure how much that's actually making it to the ground, but another area of storms that we're keeping an eye on here just to the north and east of McCook. Models have not really handled that well for the majority of the day today, but we'll see another round of storms move through this afternoon and evening, which could have a few impacts here in eastern Nebraska too. But the main risk for severe weather out in southwestern Nebraska and portions of the Panhandle today with that slight level 2 out of 5 risk. We'll have more details on that coming up in a few minutes.
We'll talk to you then. Thank you very much, Dominic. New developments now after a weekend burglary in Lincoln costing a business thousands of dollars in loss. Lincoln police say the suspect is this man, and he is now behind bars. His name is Joshua Watkins, and is 47 years old. LPD says on Sunday he pried open a key box, removed a key, and got into the business. They say Watkins drank 2 bottles of alcohol inside before leaving. Police say that they saw Watkins in a surveillance camera setting the business owner's car on fire. They say he later stole the victim's truck with his clothes and keys inside. LPD is looking for the truck, which they say is worth more than $8,000. An incredible season for Huskers softball coming to a close this weekend. The Huskers are expected to be back home later today at around 1 o'clock at the Lincoln Airport. This comes after they fell late to Texas at the Women's College World Series. Many are singing the Huskers' praises, though, this morning. They finished tying a program record with 52 wins, the most in a single season in program history. And for the first time ever, Nebraska scored at least one run in all 60 games this year. The name that will, of course, go down in Huskers softball folklore for many years now. Jordy Fromm. Jordy, the Nebraska native from Papillion, starting off her collegiate career at Oklahoma before coming here to Nebraska. Man, did she leave behind a legacy. This morning, the NCAA sharing this letter Jordy wrote to the sport she loves.
Dear softball, you came into my life when I was just 8 years old and somehow became so much more than a game. You awakened something in me, a competitive spirit and a fire to push myself further than I thought I could go. You taught me how to be strong, how to fight through failure, how to test myself mentally, physically, and emotionally.
It's an incredible career and historic. With her home run on Sunday, Fromm became the first player in NCAA history to pitch for 20-plus wins and hit 20 or more home runs in back-to-back seasons. Her parents reflecting on that accomplishment.
Extremely proud of her. The home run thing, that was the last thing on her mind or ours. In fact, it didn't even occur to me until you mentioned it. We're thrilled. Obviously, she struggled yesterday. You know, she's human. She carries the world on her shoulders. She wears it all. She's playing for the Huskers. You know, that's our world. That's our home.
Some incredible stats for her, but many Nebraskans will remember her for more than just the stat line, but the impact she had on this state. Now the road to Omaha coming to a close for Husker baseball as well. A magical year ending with disappointments after losing in heartbreak fashion to both Ole Miss and Arizona State on Sunday. Nebraska is now saying goodbye to a historic senior class. That includes Dylan Carey, who did everything he could to try and muster a victory for the Big Red. Head coach Will Bolt saying after the game that this senior class brought Husker baseball back to national relevance, hosting a regional for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Now it's all about taking the next step.
Sometimes you just have to do it to prove that it can happen, you know, and we did that 25 years ago when nobody thought we'd ever have a chance to play in the College World Series at the University of Nebraska. We did it, you know, and it's been 18 years since we hosted a regional. We've got the most wins since we've had since 2005, you know. These guys have laid the groundwork, but it doesn't just stop there, right? And these guys have proven time and time again that the best teams are player-led.
And as the head coach put it there, this season was nothing short of success, winning their most games since 2005. And all weekend long, thousands of fans filled Haymarket Park, creating a busy atmosphere, giving the Huskers a chance to experience postseason baseball right in their own backyard. Channel 8's Emma Norwood explains after talking with so many fans about what it was like.
For so many Husker fans, this weekend feels like a dream.
Just to compete and have a good time. We're all good.
For the first time since 2008, Haymarket Park coming alive in the NCAA Regional, giving fans and Lincoln natives the chance to show off the capital city.
It's been great. You know, they always give us a thrill, always give us a good game. Happy that these boys made it and we got to host one, and Nebraska fans come out no matter what, so it's been a great showing so far.
Ole Miss, Arizona State, and South Dakota State fans making the trip and getting a piece of the good life.
For me, it's been a wonderful experience. I mean, the facilities, for the most part, the fans. I mean, Nebraska fans really get into the baseball. I'll put it like that.
Thank you. Thank you. We try.
All weekend long, lines wrapping around Haymarket Park as so many pack in to see postseason ball. And the biggest takeaway being a part of history and the friends made along the way.
Some of the best fans in sports, in college sports, are here.
Hope that they are treated well by the Nebraska people, and that they leave saying, win, lose, or draw, that they had a great experience here and that people treated them well and that they had fun.
Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Even though the season is over, we are keeping you posted on everything Husker related on our Now Local News app. We've shared dozens of videos there throughout the weekend, both baseball and softball. We are going to be keeping you updated all summer long as well. Just scan the QR code on your screen so you don't miss anything about your favorite team. Happening today, Lincoln City Council could be taking the next steps to upgrade this North Lincoln neighborhood. Today, the council will be voting on the Belmont Neighborhood Redevelopment Plan. It includes investment in improvements to infrastructure, parks, and community spaces. Online, the Belmont Community Center sharing support for this plan and encouraging neighbors to share their thoughts ahead of today's vote. Now, a key part of the plan is the Belmont campus revitalization. This includes Belmont Park, Recreation Center, and a community center, which has been a part of the community since 1955. This proposed project is all part of the 2050 Lincoln-Lancaster County Comprehensive Plan. City Council will vote on this at 3 o'clock after a public hearing. We'll have those results for you tonight at 5. Also today is the first day you can protest your property valuations with the Lancaster County Clerk. Citizen journalist Melanie giving us a sneak peek of what you likely received in the mail over the last couple of weeks on our Now Local News app. Of course, these valuations do impact your property taxes, which then could impact your mortgage. You can file your protest by mail or do it online. We have a link up at KLKNTV.com under the links we mentioned. You have until June 30th to file the protest. Coming up next, eyes on the road. While you may be seeing more officers around Lincoln starting this week, which drivers will be the focus point? Brand new fire station. Today is the groundbreaking ceremony for their new headquarters in Station 1. At over 50 years old, they say their current station no longer meets the needs of their community. The new station will feature training facilities, a specialized decontamination zone, and other upgrades to modernize the facility. The groundbreaking is scheduled for 6 o'clock today. And the Lincoln Police Department announcing a comprehensive traffic enforcement initiative. They say officers will be posted at high traffic corridors in areas prone to serious collisions. Speed will be the main focus of this initiative. Extra officers will be assigned to those areas through August 31st. Well, some parents in schools are calling for less screen time in the classroom, and the cost of a nursing home is climbing. Jen King explains in today's Wellness Report.
A year in a U.S. nursing home can now cost more than a house, depending on where you live. Using data from the Genworth Cost of Care Survey of 2025, they tally the median annual cost of nursing home care across all 50 states. And Alaska ranks the highest at nearly $334,000 for a semi-private room, while Texas remains among the least expensive at roughly $68,000. The widening gap reflects higher labor costs, staffing shortages, and growing demand as America's population ages. Well, amid concerns about excessive screen time, schools across the U.S. are reevaluating their reliance on digital devices. The LA Unified School District will soon implement new policies limiting device use, and 14 states are considering laws to cut down on screens in classrooms. Educators say say they're facing issues with costly repairs and distracted students. And honey has quietly become the sweetener of choice for many Americans who see it as a healthier alternative to high fructose corn syrup. Americans purchased $1.6 billion worth of honey in the past year, which was 10% more than the year before that. But federal data shows that honey production has reached an all-time low. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Here's to your health.
We're looking at hot and humid conditions here to start off the work week, and an unsettled weather pattern will move in, giving us several chances for rain here over the week ahead. We'll have more details in your forecast coming up after the break.
We're here for all the action. Every team, every matchup, every night, bringing you the best local sports coverage in the game. Channel 8, bringing you Nebraska Now.
Looking to upgrade your home's electrical system? Wolf Electric is here to help. From panel diagnostics to custom installs, our licensed experts handle it all. Whether it's an outdoor outlet or a ceiling fan, we bring safe, code-compliant solutions to every job. Backed by a 1-year warranty. Schedule your free quote today.
At Capital Humane Society, we know proper veterinary care is vital to keeping pets healthy and happy. Our mission is to serve the Lincoln community by providing resources for all pet owners. That's why we opened Stransky Veterinary Center at 55th and O Street. We offer preventative veterinary care, including low-cost spay and neuter surgeries, vaccinations, pet dental care, flea and tick protection, and more. Your pet will never be happier and healthier than after a visit with our professionals. Book an appointment online at StranskyVeterinaryCenter.com.
Right here in Lincoln, families are turning to Synergy Home Care. Why? Because we're more than caregivers. We're neighbors, friends, and trusted support you can count on. From companionship to light housekeeping to specialized personal care, we provide non-medical home care that helps your loved ones stay safe, comfortable, and right where they belong, home. Synergy Home Care of Lincoln. Local care, national expertise.
Discovery Day Camp is back at Morrill Hall. We cover natural history and science topics for K2 and 3rd, 5th. Register today at museum.unl.edu/camps. See you then.
Next, E.T., we're taking the show to Music City.
Hey, E.T.
See you in Nashville.
Our Broadway bar hop with the biggest stars in country.
It's Nashville Week on E.T.
Next.
Weekdays at 6:30 after Channel 8 News at 6.
Now to new developments in the race to save miners still trapped inside a flooded cave in Southeast Asia. After the rescue of 5 miners this weekend, 2 others are trapped and waiting their turn. Now heavy rains threatening the search efforts. ABC's Britt Clinette reports.
This morning, a glimmer of hope for those 2 miners missing for 13 days. Rescuers reporting hearing knocking signals in the 6th chamber beyond where the original 5 were found. Teams confirming the sounds are not echoes. It comes after the remarkable rescue of those miners who were trapped for over a week. Heavy rain now causing setbacks, preventing divers from entering as water levels continue to rise. There is a small crack in the cave that could lead them there, but it's a heavily flooded maze of tunnels, the most hazardous part of the operation. Search teams today are using 3D mapping and satellite imagery to explore other entry points.
If we could penetrate that small restriction, we might be able to reach the 6th chamber and then see what is there.
The rescued miners now in the hospital, and we're told they're doing fine, now providing clues to rescuers as to where the remaining miners could be. The first man was brought out on Friday when the rescuers were able to pump out more water, eventually enabling 4 of the remaining miners to crawl out themselves.
Well, we all remember the Thai cave rescue of that soccer team in 2018. They were found after 9 days. So in this case, if found alive, this is day 13. Rescue teams in Laos, they'll need to start ferrying them basic supplies urgently. Britt Clinette, ABC News, Hong Kong.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, let me tell you, the month of May, definitely a busy one here in southeast Nebraska. We saw some pretty hot temperatures, pretty cold, and a fair amount of precipitation in there too, including 4 straight days of severe weather. So let's break it down here. 95, your warmest temperature in the month of May. That's set back in May 15th there. The coldest, though, about a week or two beforehand at 30 degrees for an overnight low on May 2nd. And shortly after that warmest day we saw, literally the next day, record rainfall here in the capital city, close to just in between then 2 1/4 and 2.5 inches of rain. So that was a fair amount of precipitation, and we were still about 1/4 inch of precipitation short from our average here for the month of May, just over 4.5 inches, and we're usually a little closer than to 5, as it was fairly busy. We'll take the moisture where we can get it, that's for certain, but still some areas out there that could certainly use some more rain as we head through the early summer months here as we head into June. But as for now, it looks like summertime out there. Lots of blue skies, some puffy fair weather clouds on your Allo Communications camera at South 21st and L Street. Temperatures, especially here in eastern Nebraska, on the warm side. Upper 70s for Columbus, 83 already in Lincoln, 82 in Beatrice. But as you head out towards the west, temperatures still on the cooler side here, at least compared to where we are in southeast Nebraska. A few 60s out there. But if we take a closer look, it's 82 in Beatrice, 80 over in Hebron, and 81 degrees in York. The Tri-Cities still getting there in the mid-70s, but I think some warmer temperatures on the way, especially for us here in far southeastern Nebraska. Wind speeds across the state fairly light and variable, especially in eastern Nebraska. They just pick up a little bit as you get out towards central portions of the state, between 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the north. And we'll keep an eye on those winds, but for the moment, things fairly manageable here. As we take a look at visible satellite, though, these clear skies likely going to be coming to an end here as we go throughout the afternoon, as we'll see this cloud cover continue to move here off from western portions of the state. And some showers out there this morning. Looks like they're starting to dissipate now to the north and east of McCook, and some lighter showers then along north central Nebraska into the Panhandle. Where we're going this afternoon, well, we'll keep an eye on this area up here. Admittedly, models have not done well with those storms in south central Nebraska really for most of the morning. But I'd imagine all of this continues to move slowly off to the north and east, maybe even a little bit more clearing here as we head towards your Monday afternoon. It's the Panhandle we'll have to watch here as we head towards the evening, though. A line of showers and thunderstorms originally kind of starting out more as discrete cells, and then will ultimately form here into this line and move off to the east through the late overnight hours into early Tuesday morning. North central Nebraska getting a shot at that, and we're still looking at chances for storms in south central, and then ultimately trying to move into southeast Nebraska as we head through the morning. How well those stay together, though, that's where kind of models are trying to hash that out at the moment. We could see a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder here, but if some of those stronger storms can maintain themselves, wouldn't be surprised if we see a severe storm or two in south central and southeast Nebraska. So it'll be important to pay attention to that going forward. Then as we head into Tuesday afternoon and evening, another shot for scattered showers and thunderstorms for far southeastern Nebraska, then followed by fairly cloudy skies as we head into the start of your Wednesday. Then this is a pattern we're going to notice. Another chance then at some precipitation as we start your day off on Wednesday, and then we'll continue to see that as we go through the week ahead. We are in that marginal of 1 out of 5 risk of severe weather today in Lincoln. That's all depending on how far to the east those storms stretch tonight. Better chances for severe weather out in southwestern and southwestern Nebraska and portions of the Panhandle. Still looking at an isolated storm or two out west on Tuesday, and then once again on Wednesday, this risk will continue to move then off to the east over the next couple of days after that. But on the way then to a very summer-like day ahead across the state, highs in the upper 80s, and I think we can hit the lower 90s here in Lincoln. We don't have that much further to go, but we'll be back down into the 80s then for the majority of the week ahead. Nearly daily chances for showers and thunderstorms, the timing and location of which we'll kind of hash out as we get a little bit closer. But middle of June starting to look pretty warm, upper 80s, low 90s then as we head towards the middle of next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Dominic. Coming up after the break, why 2 possible Ebola cases in Brazil are causing new warnings from health officials. Developments in the Ebola outbreak spreading in Central Africa. New concerns today as health officials in Brazil await test results on 2 people who recently returned from Central Africa, where doctors now say there are so many patients they can't keep up. ABC's Matt Rivers has the latest.
This morning, as the concerns over the spread of Ebola rise, Brazil's health authority announced it's now monitoring 2 separate patients with symptoms and travel history. One patient recently returning from the Democratic Republic of Congo and the other from Uganda, the only countries where cases have been confirmed so far. Neither have known Ebola exposure. Doctors Without Borders calling the outbreak deeply alarming, adding, never before has an Ebola outbreak recorded so many cases so soon after its declaration. Suspected cases now topping 1,000 and growing rapidly. Americans traveling from the DRC, South Sudan, and Uganda can only enter the U.S. through 4 airports. Medical student Michael Ruprecht was working in Uganda when the outbreak began.
I obviously was really terrified and scared when I heard about it.
Michael's flight home to Michigan was rerouted to Dulles International Airport in Virginia for a CDC and DHS mandated screening.
The screening section was sort of like this makeshift camp. They had these tarps pulled up, and it was sort of these mini doctor's offices. The first thing they did was check my temperature. And then after my temperature came back normal, they asked me a series of questions.
Now, Michael was eventually allowed to return home to Detroit. Meanwhile, health experts warn that Ebola symptoms mirror those of many other illnesses. So just because you get tested for Ebola does not mean that it's going to come back positive. In fact, that's exactly what happened last week with suspected cases in Europe and India that turned out to be false alarms. Matt Rivers, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead this midday, heading home with uncertainty for safety. The questions now lingering as suspected hantavirus patients leave quarantine today.
Since
An update on that cruise ship passengers in quarantine for the hantavirus outbreak in Omaha. 18 of those passengers are now allowed to go home starting today. But how they will be monitored once they're home is still being decided. Some officials are pushing for a police officer or a public health worker to be stationed outside of their homes 24 hours a day for 3 additional weeks. Officials are also exploring less restrictive options with routine check-ins as an alternative. This morning, it is still unclear how different states will handle quarantine. A travel content creator who's been documenting his ordeal online from Omaha says he's not going anywhere.
I have been traumatized by this whole experience. I'm afraid to leave this room until I know that the chance of me getting sick is 0%. I want to know when I leave that the chance of me risking other people, my family, friends, the general public, I want to know that my risk isn't minimal. I want that also to be 0%.
They're reaching out to hospital officials to learn more about the status of the passengers who could head home today and the guidelines in place to keep their communities safe. We'll let you know those answers tonight at 5. Developing now new hope this morning in the battle against pancreatic cancer. Researchers are reporting unprecedented results with a new drug, and a former Nebraska senator is the main spokesperson for it. They say an experimental pill could keep patients alive twice as long. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
It's being called a landmark breakthrough in fighting pancreatic cancer, and it could open the door to other cancer treatments. It's called daraxonrasib, and according to the results of a clinical trial, it can double a patient's survival time.
This is a targeted therapy that is taking advantage of the biology of pancreatic cancer. The cancer has these little genetic mutations. They're like little light switches. They're turned on, and the cancer is growing, it's spreading. And this drug, it turns off the lights, shrinking the cancer, helping the patients live better and longer.
In a trial of 500 patients with advanced pancreatic cancer, the drug reduced the overall risk of death by 60% compared to patients who had only chemotherapy. And those who took the drug lived substantially longer, for an average of 13 months compared to about 6.5 months for those who only had chemo. Another benefit, it's a daily pill instead, with fewer side effects reported. More than 85% of patients did experience a rash, including former Senator Ben Sass.
It causes crazy stuff like my body can't grow skin, and so I bleed all out of a whole bunch of parts of me that shouldn't be bleeding.
He says it's a small price to pay.
My tumors this week are down 76% from December 29th. And I'd say my pain is, 80% reduced from where I started.
Experts say the drug could pave the way for a revolution in overall cancer treatment.
There's a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, not just for pancreatic cancer, but for cancers like lung cancer, which are also really challenging.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
And here's a live look outside at our Honda Lincoln camera. It's very warm out there. Temperatures already in the 80s outside. Let's get to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro, who's got an updated forecast here for us. Good morning, Dominic.
Hey, good morning, Andrew. You said it best. Hot, humid. It feels like summertime out there, and it's the start of June, so it's about time we got some of that weather around here, but it couldn't do without the humidity, that's for sure. As we take a look here in Beatrice, Jones Roofing camera at South 6th and Perkins Street, maybe a few upper level clouds out there, but still plenty of sunshine. I think that's going to be the case here for at least a little bit, as we have a few passing clouds starting to work their way into southeast Nebraska, but a fair amount of sunshine as we go forward. Temperatures already into the lower 80s for both Lincoln and Beatrice. The 70s for Grand Island, 70 degrees in Holdridge. It's still 62 degrees out in McCook, in the mid 60s, and as you head out towards the Panhandle. So kind of all over the place in terms of those temperatures. A little bit cooler with some less humidity out there towards the west, but man, is it humid as your dew points sit in the upper 60s here for the capital city. Now going forward, we are expecting things to be on the warmer side, and we're also keeping track then of a few showers, which should be pulling up here in just a second. There we go. So we've seen a few passing showers. Now it's kind of starting to dissipate as they work their way into eastern Nebraska. So we'll keep an eye mainly on some cloud cover for the moment. Better chances for storms as we head through the overnight hours tonight. That will break down for you once again here in a few minutes. But on the way then to the upper 80s, low 90s here in the capital city. I got us at 91 today. I think we're well on the way there as we're already at 83. So we'll see if we can get there. 96, the record high, I think is safe today, but certainly a warm one on the way. So we'll keep you updated then on those storm chances coming up here in a few minutes.
We'll talk to you then. Thank you very much, Dominic. Now to that road closure that started today. Holdridge Street from Condor Boulevard to 65th Street, having a eastbound lane closure. It's part of a sanitary sewer replacement project. Here's a look at that area now. It's expected to last until Friday, June 12th. New at midday, a major scare forcing a plane to return to the airport after takeoff. A flight with United Airlines was headed to Spain from Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey on Saturday when a potential security concern was spotted mid-flight. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the full story.
It's every passenger's worst nightmare, a mid-air threat to their plane. Only on this flight, it was a cruel hoax.
Someone decides to name their Bluetooth device a certain four-letter word, so they're evacuating the aircraft.
A United Airlines flight from Newark Saturday night headed to Spain forced to turn around midair due to what the FAA called a passenger disturbance, all stemming from the name of a Bluetooth device on board.
We're going to be returning back to Newark because we have one passenger that seems to be making a funny joke that isn't so funny, and it's going to be compromising the safety of this flight.
The pilot making the announcement, a passenger posting on social media the device name was Bomb.
Federal agents will be coming on board, and they will be doing a search for the person that thought that this was funny, and which is a very serious issue, and we're not going to be taking this very lightly.
The flight, loaded with 190 passengers and 12 crew members, landing back at Newark Airport to a large law enforcement presence. Passengers deplaning to be swept and search the plane. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
Right now, Grand Island's free summer meal program is available. Starting today, GIPS is serving free breakfast and lunch for children ages 1 to 18. Kids do not have to be enrolled in Grand Island Public Schools to be eligible for the free meals. Breakfast will be available Mondays through Thursdays, and lunch will be available Monday through Fridays. Now, the meals will be served across different elementary schools in Grand Island Senior High. And in Lincoln, the food bank also starting their summer food service program. They will be serving free breakfast and lunch to any child ages 1 to 18. Meals will be available across the different Lincoln elementary schools and high schools. They'll operate Monday through Friday. The program will run through August. And right now, the Nebraska track and field team is celebrating a record-breaking win at regionals. The women's 4x400 meter relay ran their way to a school record, beating a 37-year-old time by over 1 second. Those athletes have secured their tickets to the NCAA championships. That's now 19 Huskers headed to nationals. These are the Huskers from that relay team: Sakina Messiah, Abrielle Artley, Victoria Arcinola, and then Kelsey Belquist, securing their name in Nebraska history. They and the rest of the athletes qualified will be back in action at the NCAA Track and Field Championships June 10th through the 14th in Eugene, Oregon. Coming up after the break, ag experts discussing livestock farming in Nebraska, what they're looking to achieve as they put beef cattle on the table.
Sopatopia, Lincoln's newest state-of-the-art fusion-powered car wash tunnel, has 6 fusion levels to erase those pesky bugs and hard-to-get grimy spots, leaving your car squeaky clean. Add a ceramic coating and add a molecular-level 3-layer durable shield that repels dirt, droppings, contaminants, and water for a superior, longer-lasting shine. But what really makes Sopatopia the best car wash in town is how cool you're going to feel after.
Let's go again! Get in the game with the Now Local News app. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the app and submit your best sports moments. Share the highlights from your favorite plays, top performances, and big wins. Your videos might even be featured on our newscasts. Earn points for each accepted submission and redeem them for Visa gift cards. Help us capture the excitement as it unfolds. Download the Now Local News app and start sharing today.
For generations, Eustace Body Shop has been a part of Nebraska's story. A locally owned small-town business built on trust, craftsmanship, and community. From those early days in the shop to today with 8 Nebraska locations, including 3 right here in Lincoln, Eustace continues to grow generation after generation. Because around here, taking care of people is just who we are, including free loaner cars when you need one.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Discovery Day Camp is back at Morrill Hall. We cover natural history and science topics for K2 and 3rd, 5th. Register today at museum.unl.edu/camps. See you then.
Which room in your home could use new flooring? Carpets Direct is your #1 source for all things floors, offering a wide variety of carpet, luxury vinyl, hardwood, laminate, and sheet vinyl flooring. Carpets Direct, South 48th Street, Lincoln.
Happening today, an international symposium all about beef cattle welfare. The University of Nebraska will be highlighting the latest research and practical applications for beef cattle over the next few days. Now, this biannual event will include talks, roundtables, and panels discussing the newest tools and findings for beef cattle welfare management. Today, the activities start at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Right now, the Atlantic hurricane season is officially underway. Forecasters are expecting a below-average year. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is predicting 8 to 14 named storms through November 30th. 3 to 6 of those could become hurricanes, including up to 3 reaching Category 3 or stronger. The peak of hurricane season typically arrives in September, with most activity occurring between mid-August and mid-October.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, this month of June started today off to a warm start. Looks like as we head towards the second week of June, long-term forecasts are hinting at some very hot and humid conditions across the Central Plains. This is your 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Lots of red on here, meaning we're likely going to be above average, and average for this time of year already in the low 80s. So look, wouldn't be surprised if we see a few upper 80s, low 90s then as we head towards the middle of next week. So, you know, it's got to enjoy, I guess, the lower 80s while we have them. Kind of odd to say that, but looks like we'll get a taste of summer coming up here soon. In terms of precipitation, though, decent shot at some much needed rain, especially for central and western Nebraska as this system slowly departs the Central Plains, and we'll see almost daily storm chances over the next week or so. And that gives the potential then for about an inch and a quarter, or 3/4 of an inch to about an inch of rainfall as you get out towards central Nebraska, maybe in a few spots there close to 2, and they'll certainly take the moisture out there. They've been very dry, especially through the winter months. So hopefully this comes in the form of several rounds of rainfall and flooding isn't too much of a threat, but would love to see that pan out and have some good moisture arrive for central and western Nebraska. Here in southeast Nebraska, though, off to a hot and humid start to your Monday. Temperatures already into the 80s and dew points in the 60s. If we take a quick look there at your Honda of Lincoln camera, very warm here in southeastern Nebraska, but not super warm for everybody. 60s for Broken Bow, Thedford, and almost into the 50s there for Scotts Bluff, but very warm here in southeast Nebraska. Anyone with any lunchtime plans, get ready for some warmer temperatures. Now up to 83 as well in the city of Beatrice. Light winds, though, for the majority of us, less than 5 to 10 miles per hour. And at least we're not dealing with the wind speeds out there, but certainly going to be dealing with the humidity this afternoon. A few fair weather clouds close to the capital city, then on to the south and east, but more cloud cover on the way then from central Nebraska, as we saw a few showers and thunderstorms this morning. Those kind of starting to dissipate along Interstate 80 close to Grand Island, then Kearney, and off towards the Lexington area, and a few lighter showers as well for north central Nebraska. We'll see how much of that actually is making it then to the ground, but we'll certainly take the moisture. Going forward, though, we do quiet down here, at least for the afternoon, maybe even a little more sunshine for us here in the capital city. I think that helps us warm up just a bit, even with those high levels of humidity. Then as you head out towards the west, though, a line of showers and thunderstorms does develop in the Panhandle and southwestern Nebraska, and this then continues to move here off to the east as we go through very late Monday night into early Tuesday morning, and still showers and thunderstorms lingering for the start of the day. I say the Tri-Cities as you head out the door at the possibility then for seeing a few showers, maybe even a stronger thunderstorm, and then we'll see our chances at some precipitation here fairly early in the day on Tuesday, and then once again as we head towards the afternoon here in far southeastern Nebraska. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, and then as we head towards later in the day on Tuesday, that cloud cover does increase for eastern portions of the state, and we're still looking at another round of precipitation then on the way for Wednesday as we get ready to enter a very unsettled weather pattern for the week ahead. In terms of today's severe weather threat, though, your highest potential out in the Panhandle in southwestern Nebraska, where that slight level 2 out of 5 risk in place, meaning we could see scattered severe storms. An isolated severe storm or two may make its way into central and eastern portions of the state, including us here in the capital city. So never a bad idea to remain weather aware. East or western Nebraska, once again, a shot at an isolated severe storm or two on Tuesday, and once again on Wednesday, as that severe weather risk will slowly shift off to the east over the coming days. High temperatures today, hot and humid here in southeast Nebraska. Upper 80s. I think we could still get to the low 90s here in Lincoln. We'll keep an eye on that for the afternoon as well. But after that, we're back into the 80s, so fairly seasonable for this at least the first week of June. But I do anticipate some warmer weather is on the way as we head towards next weekend and into the start of next week, with highs ultimately on the way then to the upper 80s and lower 90s.
All right, thank you very much, Dominic. AI is turning energy into the hottest business in America, and beef prices are changing what Americans grill this summer. Here's Shane King with your Ag and Energy Report.
Americans are still firing up the barbecue this summer, but high beef prices have them trading down to cheaper cuts of meat like chicken, pork and turkey. Nielsen retail data shows ground beef prices up 14% year over year. And Axios reports meat producers say shoppers are gravitating toward pre-marinated pork, ready-to-cook burgers, grill kits, and mid-tier beef cuts that offer more value and convenience. Well, honey has quietly become the sweetener of choice for many Americans who see it as a healthier alternative to high fructose corn syrup. Well, Americans purchased $1.6 billion worth of honey during a recent 12-month period, marking a 10% rise over the prior year. Meantime, federal data show that U.S. honey production has reached an all-time low. And the scramble for electricity has become the gold rush beneath the AI boom, creating enormous financial value and risk if demand falls short. Some examples include Bloom Energy, long seen as a niche energy player whose tech can deliver on-site power fast, saw its stock skyrocket more than 1,200% in the past year. And GE Vernova booked $2.4 billion in electric equipment orders for data centers in the first quarter alone, more than it made all of last year in equivalent sales. And some farmers making more posting about farming than farming itself. The Wall Street Journal reports this is helping farms weather weak crop prices. The top social media farm accounts have millions of followers, and big agriculture brands pay to be featured in their videos. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King with your Ag and Energy.
Still to come, a big-time performance coming to the capital city. Which show is gracing the Tada Theater stage? We speak live with one of the performers next.
Meet Lincoln's deal detectives at
A blockbuster musical is coming right here to the capital city. We're talking about the musical Chicago. One of the performers joining me here this morning, special guest Matt Nesmith. He's coming all the way from South Dakota to perform with the Tada Theater. Thank you for stopping by today, Matt.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
So when you talk, we were talking in the break a little bit about just such an iconic musical to perform here. What excites you about being able to do this?
Well, it is iconic. It's been running on Broadway now for 30 years in the most recent revival, which tells you how successful and popular it is. It's written by Kander Nebb, one of the great writing teams, kind of the story of greed and fame and trying to get away with murder. It's got, great songs, laughter, drama. It's just everything that you want in a great musical, which is why it's been so successful for so long.
Now, this a little bit bigger of a cast we typically see at the Tada Theater stage here. What's it been like working with everyone here and being back here in Lincoln?
Well, it's great to be at the Tada Theater. This is my 4th show at Tada. This is a cast of 19, so a little bit larger than what you might see sometimes at Tada. But Bob Rook stages a great show and knows how to use that space in that intimate setting at Tada. And so it's going to be an opportunity for audiences to really create a relationship because of the intimate space with these characters that you might not get to in a big Broadway house, for example.
You know, it almost makes it seem a little bigger, even though it was in a smaller space there.
Yeah.
You play Billy Flynn in this musical. What is a cool part of being part of an iconic character like that?
Well, Billy Flynn is somebody who's driven by greed and self-serving, and he's extremely charming, and so it's great to play these kind of larger-than-life characters, which is, Billy is certainly one of the great characters to play, and I didn't know that I'd ever get a chance to do this role, so this is kind of an opportunity of a lifetime to play this great role.
If you had to tell somebody one thing to come by and watch the performance, what would you tell them?
I would say if you want great songs, great dancing, great comedy, this is the show for you at the Tada Theater.
All right, awesome. Again, this is June 11th through the 28th. Here, I believe there's a fluctuation there with show times and stuff like that.
Right, it's evenings on the Thursday through Saturday and matinees on Sundays.
Alrighty, awesome. You're from Lincoln, so you know exactly what the Tada Theater brings to the table here, but what's been great about working with Bob Brook and everyone over there?
Well, Bob and I actually go way back. Our dads were best friends, and so I've known Bob for a long time. And so it's always great to come back to Lincoln, to my roots, and to perform at this great theater. And so now my fourth show, like I had said before, and Bob and I have a great dynamic. He puts on a great show, and Tada just has a great team that he works with, that every show they do is great, and I think Chicago is just going to continue that trend.
Already awesome. Well, Matt, thank you so much for stopping by today. Appreciate it. Good luck with the rest of the rehearsal.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
June 11th through the 28th, Chicago, the musical, coming to the Tada Theater. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back, everyone. Stay with us. Been Marilyn Monroe's 100th birthday, as well as a record-breaking effort to celebrate her over the weekend. Here's ABC's Danny New.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend. If diamonds are forever, then perhaps so is Marilyn Monroe. One of the world's most enduring entertainers, sex symbols, and blonde ambassadors would have turned 100 years old today. Born Norma Jean Mortensen, the LA native landed her breakout role in 1953's Niagara, following a childhood spent in foster homes and orphanages.
Oh, do you feel the breeze from the subway? Isn't it delicious?
With now classic films like The 7-Year Itch,
I wanna be loved by you.
And and Some Like It Hot, Monroe emerged as one of the 1950s biggest box office draws. The latter landed her a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Comedy.
Joe connects with a solid blow.
Meanwhile, off-screen, she got a diamond ring from King of the Diamond Joe DiMaggio in 1954, before then marrying playwright Arthur Miller just 2 years later. They split in 1961.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Just before, Monroe famously serenaded President John F. Kennedy at Madison Square Garden the following year. However, it was only a few months later that her mysterious death from overdose shocked the world after she was found in bed at her California home. She was 36.
My feeling for her is beyond belief. It was always that way.
20 years later, in 1982, fans could still not get over her death.
She's an icon. She means something to everybody, really.
And over the weekend, a record-breaking 1,037 lookalikes gathered in Palm Springs, dressed in her iconic getup from 7-Year Itch. It appears this 100-year itch will never be scratched.
You say 100 years. I feel like she never left us.
And here is a quote from Monroe to think about today. Quote, "We should all start to live before we get too old. Fear is stupid, so are regrets." In New York, for ABC News, I'm Day 2.
Before we go to break, here's a live look outside at our Barry Law Tower camera. It's a steamy one out there. Final check of the forecast coming up next.
Need mulch and someone to install it for you? Try Yankee Hill Landscape. Need river rock or delivery of dirt? Try Yankee Hill Landscape. Yankee Hill Landscape. Competitive prices. Great service. Located at 118th and Yankee Hill Road.
Do you need hearing support? Don't be left out of the conversation. Here at Christensen Hearing Analytics, we understand that better hearing is better living. We provide the hearing solutions you need. Contact Christensen Hearing Analytics for a free consultation today and write the happy ending to your hearing story.
Different custom spray patterns to give every project a professional finish. Pick up a can for a value of $5.95 after rebate. Transform your garage with Rust-Oleum's concrete and garage floor paint. It's self-priming for an easy one-coat coverage.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Brian Hester Heating and Air today.
Welcome to Comfort Made Mattress Factory's new location at South Point. Every mattress is built right here just for you. Any size, any shape, any comfort level, and backed with our lifetime comfort guarantee. We'll come to your home and adjust your mattress, firmer, softer, or anything in between. Right now, save $100 off, free mattress protector, and free delivery. Come see us, Comfort Made Mattress Factory next to Shields, and let us build your perfect night's sleep.
Dom, it's hot out there.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, it's the first day of meteorological summer here, so that's where we're heading this afternoon. I think we can make it to the 90s. A lot of models got us in the upper 80s, but considering we're already into the mid-80s for those temperatures here around noon, I think we're well on the way there this afternoon. A good bit of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds here as we see the leftovers from showers and thunderstorms this morning, but we'll keep an eye on that. Small chance of some precipitation then as we head through the overnight hours. Another chance at some storms then your Tuesday evening. High temperatures a little more manageable as here we head through the next couple of days back down into the lower 80s, which is about where we're supposed to be this time of year. Storms possible once again on your Wednesday, and then I'd say Thursday our most likely chance at seeing some showers and thunderstorms as this system begins to depart the central plains. But these temperatures are going to stay seasonal for now, but it looks like we're going to be warming up as we head towards the middle of next week. So get ready for some more heat and humidity on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome back, summer. Thank you very much, Dominic. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. GMA 3 is coming up next. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Our American warriors are tough, determined, disciplined. They sacrifice their own well-being to defend our liberties. And they never leave the injured behind.
Good? Yeah, brother.
Founded and operated by American veterans and patriots. We are a personal injury law firm bringing that warrior ethos to every case. We are Barry Law.
All at once, the whole state knows it's time.
Every seat is filled. Every screen is on. Everyone's watching. Even when it's quiet, it's all you can hear. We built this together. A tradition that connects us. Families united across Nebraska, across generations. And Allo is proud to be part of it. What we've built is a legacy, and we're just getting started.
Stay ahead of the storm with Rusty Dawkins at 4:30, 5, 6, and 10 p.m.
It's time for GMA3. From reality star to candidate for mayor in America's second largest city, a look at Spencer Pratt's transformation from the hills to his attempt to oust Mayor Karen Bass and become LA's first Republican mayor in 25 years. How his campaign is gaining attention and ground. A new look at the life and legacy of Marilyn Monroe on the 100th anniversary of her birth.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
A side of her you've never seen before and her enduring fame. And No Doubt is still dancing together again after more than a decade apart with their first ever Vegas residency at the Sphere, taking us behind the scenes of the show.
It was like this superpower that I just learned that I had.
It's time for GMA3.
No doubt, it is time for GMA3. Hello, everyone. I'm Will Reed.
We're feeling good. I'm Mary Bruce here with Gio Benitez. So glad you could join us on this Monday.
We are, and coming up here, we have the very funny two-time Emmy winner, Tony Hale. He is here. He's back as the voice of Forky in Toy Story 5, and he's going to tell us what the toys are up to this time around.
My favorite spork in all of television. Plus, deals and steals. Tori Johnson is kicking off Pride Month, and she has everything from skincare to hair care to clothes with products starting, get this, just under $5.
Oh, great deal, as always, from Tori. But we do begin with the race for mayor of Los Angeles. Reality TV star turned candidate Spencer Pratt making a lot of headlines, and he's trying to defeat incumbent Karen Bass. Trevor Ault is in L.A. with a look at his insurgent campaign. Hello, Trevor.
Hey there, Will. So there's been millions of dollars raised and a massive amount of attention placed on the primary for L.A. mayor. And Spencer Pratt is a very big reason for that. A well-known name with lightning rod opinions, making his first foray into politics.
Reality star turned conservative firebrand Spencer Pratt is gaining significant attention for his impassioned and provocative campaign to potentially become LA's first Republican mayor in 25 years. Pratt rose to fame and met his wife Heidi Montag on the early 2000s MTV show The Hills.
It's gonna be me and you here, right?
Deal. His campaign has taken aim at the incumbent mayor Karen Bass, a Democrat who's battled low approval ratings, largely connected to her response to last year's devastating wildfires.
No, I haven't always got it right. There's more work to do.
Pratt and Montag's Pacific Palisades mansion was among the many homes that burnt down in the fires. They spoke about it last year with GMA.
I feel like a ghost. I don't have a single photo now before an iPhone existed.
But Pratt has drawn criticism for campaign ads implying he's since been living in an Airstream trailer, later clarifying he's actually staying in a luxury hotel. He's also frequently generated polarizing reactions from voters. For his campaign, leaning heavily on reposted AI-generated ads like these and his blunt comments about wanting to clear out the city's homeless population.
What are your plans for the over 40,000 homeless in Los Angeles?
Yeah, well, they're not homeless. They're drug addicts.
He's talking about crime. He's talking about corruption. And all of those feelings are resonating among a lot of Los Angeles voters who say we need a change. And I think Karen Bass, she recognizes that people want change.
Progressive Democrat Nithya Raman is also making a push for the office.
I would be doing everything in my power to ensure that Angelenos have the safety and the protection they need from the federal administration and the support they need.
So tomorrow's primary will almost certainly not have an outright winner. Instead, the top two candidates would go to a runoff election in November, and the latest polling guide shows those top three candidates are all virtually tied. Guys?
Yeah, it's been fascinating to watch this whole campaign. All right, Trevor, thank you. We're going to turn now to the 2026 hurricane season. It officially begins today. And our Ginger Z, you know she's tracking what you need to know right now. Oh, gosh, I can't believe we're talking about this again.
June 1st. It's meteorological summer, but it's also the first day of Atlantic hurricane season. So it is here. We don't have any activity that we're watching, which is good news, but it is a great reminder to bring in that forecast that just came out from NOAA a few weeks ago. This is for numbers of storms, meaning they could be anywhere in the Atlantic, not landfalls. And it is slightly below average, 3 to 6 hurricanes, major hurricanes 1 to 3. But a reminder, and you'll remember, Andrew was in a year, 1992, that was a below average season. It only takes one to make landfall, and then we think of it as a big season.
And there was so much damage and devastation from that.
Right, so don't want to take that and say, oh, you're fine, right, below average. We do have plenty of warm water in the Atlantic basin. These are the departures from average. But remember, the big driving factor for the below average season is El Nino, which is the Pacific Ocean, where we're much above average and anticipated to be a strong El Nino going into the fall. So that could